welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach and I'm on the WW or Weight Watchers Blue Plan. Today we are going to talk about why you're not losing weight on Weight Watchers. There are so many factors that could be contributing to the fact that you're just not seeing the scale move on the WW or the Weight Watchers program. So I want to share some tips and tricks to get that scale moving again and some ideas and things to have you think about when it comes to your WW program and why you're not seeing the results. So if you're new, subscribe, turn your bell notification on so you're notified whenever new videos are uploaded. We do all things WW on this channel. Not to mention there's tons of recipes, grocery hauls, weigh-ins, tons of fun. So make sure you're subscribed and your bell is turned on. And while you're subscribing to this channel, head on over and check out my second channel all about weight loss and nutrition and subscribe there as well. It would mean a lot to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these types of videos. And of course, check out that description box down below for my nutrition coaching website. I would love to figure your macros and calories and really guide you so you're a little more successful on Weight Watchers or calorie counting or whatever program that you're on. I also offer one-on-one coaching and group coaching, so definitely check out my website. There's a little bit of something for everyone. You're also going to find links and discount codes to all of my favorite things down in the description box. Lots of things that will help you be a little more successful on your weight loss journey. And lastly, you'll find the link to head over and join me on my Facebook group. We have just under 17,000 members. It's a very loving and supportive. It's a safe, positive place to be for support. So head on over and join us there. We'd love to have you. So without further ado, let's jump into why you're not losing weight on WW. So the number one reason, and really the main primary reason you're not seeing success on WW is because you are eating too many calories. You are eating more than you're burning. And the bottom line for any weight loss program, and for those in the back, I'm gonna repeat that. The bottom line for any weight loss program to be successful is calories in versus calories out. Eating less calories than you're burning. And I know I've talked a lot about under eating on WW. Yes, absolutely, that's a thing. There are a lot of people who do not eat enough on the WW program. These people have a processed food focused diet. So they're eating a lot of foods that are very, very low in calories, but high in points due to sugar or fat content. So these are the people that aren't eating enough on WW. They're not focusing on 0-point foods. They're not eating a lot of lean, whole, real food like chicken and eggs and non-fat Greek yogurt. They are eating more of a process-based diet, which happens to be a large majority of those on WW. But there are also another side of the WW spectrum when it comes to people eating too many calories. I find that this happens a lot on the purple program and the blue program just because there is a vast assortment of 0-point foods. Things like chicken breast and eggs, and on the purple plan, rice and potatoes. All of these items are calorically dense. There is actually quite a few calories in things like chicken breast and non-fat Greek yogurt and potatoes and rice. And you can often eat too many calories when you're eating too many of these 0-point foods. If you're having 5, 6, 8 ounces of chicken 3 times a day, you're consuming 300 to 500 calories in just chicken, not to mention what else you're pairing with that meal. If you are on the purple plan and you're not weighing and measuring your 0-point foods like rice and potatoes, and by the way, WW says you don't have to weigh and measure those, you're just kind of slapping some on your plate for those meals, chances are you are consuming a lot of calories in potatoes and rice. And again, not to mention the other things that you're pairing with the meal. So it's important to make sure that you're not eating too many calories on WW. And although they don't promote us weighing and measuring our 0-point foods and tracking those, I highly encourage you to do so, at least until you have portions under control. Portions are a big reason why we overeat. We eat too much of said food at a meal, thus too many calories. So I think it's really important to weigh, measure, and track your 0-point foods until you have your portions under control. And for some of us, we may never have our portions under control. So it would be important for us to always weigh, measure, and track our 0 point foods. But the bottom line is, if you're not seeing success on WW, you're eating too much. If you take away anything from today's video, it is just that. And that is why it is so important to know where you should fall calorically every day and how much of each macronutrient, protein, carbs, and fat you should be consuming every day, so that you aren't overeating calories, you're not overeating carbs, you're not overeating proteins and fats. That is where my calculation for nutrition coaching can come into play. It's super affordable. You can find all of the information on my website. But knowledge is power, my friends. Know exactly what you should be eating every day, and you should see success on the WW program. Of course, there are some other reasons and some other pitfalls that you should be avoiding on WW, and other reasons why you may not be seeing the scale move in the right direction. And one of those is avoiding the deep stuff. Really not focusing on the mindset piece of a weight loss journey, whether it's WW, keto, Atkins, Whole30, whatever you choose. If you're not really focused on shifting your mind and growing and developing a healthy mindset when it comes to food and weight loss, you can see negative results on the scale with WW. Now, some easy tips and tricks to really help with the mindset portion and to help see a little more success is to be mindful of your why. What is the reason you're on WW? Have that in the forefront of your mind always. And whenever you're tempted to overeat or undereat or pick an unhealthy food or snack item, think about your why. And remember why that's your why. Have it written down in a place that you spend a lot of time, whether that's in your office or in your kitchen or in a drawer somewhere, just so that whenever you are struggling, you can think about your why. Some other really fun and easy tips and tricks is to have a journal so you can write down how you're feeling. How are you feeling when you're reaching for unhealthy foods? When you're eating out or eating something not within plan, how are you feeling? Just take a couple of moments and jot it down in a journal. Now, you don't have to show this to anybody. It can be kept private and personal to you, but it's a good way to always stay sharp and on focus with your mindset when it comes to what you're eating, when you're eating, how you're eating, and why you're choosing those foods. Another reason you're not losing weight is because you're not tracking your food. And you might say, but I do track. But I will say, do you track honestly? And that's the big difference between tracking and tracking. If you are honestly tracking your food, literally every single thing that enters your mouth is in your tracker, good, bad, ugly. And you are honestly tracking the portion size, the points, the calories, whatever it is, you're honestly tracking. And this is where tracking 0 point foods comes into play too. It's important to know your satiety signals when eating 0 point foods. Because we're told we don't have to track them, we don't have to measure them or weigh them, we can eat as many of these 0 point foods until we're full. It's important to know when your body tells you that it's full. And this goes back to having a journal. When you're eating chicken, figure out how many ounces of chicken, 3 or 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, that keeps you full. That way, when you are choosing those 0 point foods down the road, you kind of have an idea of how much you should be choosing that keeps you full. Not stuffed, but satisfied and full. Track that amount of 0 point food in your tracker. Write it in your journal so you have a reference to look back on next time you're choosing that 0 point food. Don't slack off. Don't guesstimate. Track every single bite. That is how you're going to see success with weight loss. Because remember, the #1 reason you're not losing weight is because calories in versus calories out. All of those bites, licks, and tastes, or BLTs as WW likes to call them, can make a difference. Track them. Put them in your tracker. If you go over your points or your calories for the day, who cares? As long as you are tracking it, you're developing good habits, and you should start seeing results. Because let's be honest, who wants to be over their points or their calories every single day in their tracker? Not very many people. Most people are going to rein it in so that they can have a successful day in their tracker. And that's with honestly tracking every single bite. Another reason you're not seeing success on WW is because you're taking the weekend off. You are doing good all week long. You're honestly tracking, you're within your points, you're eating all the right foods, and then come Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday, it's a free-for-all. So essentially you are undoing all of the work you did throughout the week. All of your hard work, you're tracking, you're eating the right foods, you're exercising, you're undoing all of that over the weekend. If this is you and you find yourself really overindulging on the weekend, this is where you can use your weekly points. I am a huge advocate of always using your weeklies. WW gives us weeklies so that we can use them. They wouldn't give us these points if it stunted our weight loss, because they're a business and they want to make money and they want us to join and stay joined. And if we're not losing weight on the program, we're not going to stay on the program. So they wouldn't give us weekly points if they didn't want us to use them. So if you are someone that nails it all week long and completely blows it on the weekend, save your weeklies for the weekend days. Add your weeklies to your daily points, divide them up over the number of days that you struggle over the weekend. So let's say that you have 40 weekly points and you have a huge struggle on Saturday and Sunday. You're with your family, you're eating out. Take your daily points and then take 20 each day. So 40 weeklies total divided by 2. Add 20 points onto Saturday and 20 points onto Sunday. That way you're giving yourself a little bit more flexibility and freedom for your food choices. And maybe with that flexibility and freedom, you'll find yourself less likely to overdo it on the weekend, therefore undoing all of your fantastic work throughout the week. Another reason is all or nothing thinking. And I am definitely someone that struggles with the all or nothing thinking mentality. So when you have a day that's off or a day that you go over your points, you tell yourself, forget it. I've already completely screwed it up. So I'm just going to eat whatever I want, whenever I want. You've already completely screwed up your day, so who cares? I'm just going to do whatever I want the rest of the day, the week, the month, whatever the situation is. This is a huge pitfall in not seeing our weight loss results. Yes, there are times that we overindulge. There are times that we eat things maybe we didn't want to eat or put us outside of our points or our calories for the day, but that doesn't mean that we need to self-sabotage the rest of the day, the week, or the month. It's kind of like saying I have a flat tire, so I'm gonna go puncture the other 3 on my car. We wouldn't do that, right? So why would we eat something that's outside of our points or our calories and then sabotage the rest of our day by eating 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 extra calories? Why wouldn't we just fix what we ate and start fresh on the next tire or start fresh on the next meal? So if you are someone that has the all or nothing thinking mentality, this is where you really need to focus to see results. So if you screw up, if you have a donut or a chocolate cake or a bag of chips, it's okay. With the next meal, the next day, start fresh. No more waiting till Monday. No more waiting till next week or next month. The next meal or the next day, start fresh. You didn't get overweight by eating a donut one day. You got overweight by eating extra donuts and extra calories several days. Another reason you're not losing weight on WW is you're thinking too big, too soon. Saying, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. I'm gonna lose 50 pounds. How about taking one day, one meal, one bite, one goal at a time versus thinking completely big picture? It can be very daunting if you have a lot of weight to lose. I mean, I have a lot of weight to lose, and it can be very daunting when you think about the big picture. I know for me and for a lot of the clients that I've coached that it is so incredibly important to have small, doable goals. We can have big picture goals, that's absolutely amazing and awesome, but having smaller goals that we can reach faster and easier will make us stay motivated to then reach the big long-term goals. These big long-term goals can be really overwhelming, so set yourself some small goals. Think about the small picture. How about when you lose the first 5 pounds, you get to go get your nails done? How about when you lose 10 more pounds or 15 or 25 pounds, you get a new haircut? How about when you hit the 35-pound mark, you get a new outfit? Set small goals, 5 to 10 to 15 pound increments, and set goals. Check them off of a calendar when you reach those goals. That is so incredibly satisfying and keeps you motivated and excited for the next small goal. And guess what? By reaching all of those small goals, you're gonna reach the big goal. Next up for why you're not losing on WW is soda, juice, and alcohol. Now don't come for me. You can certainly enjoy everything in moderation on WW. That's one of the reasons we choose the program, is because nothing is off limits. But hear me out when it comes to soda, juice, and alcohol. Yes, diet soda has 0 points and 0 calories, but there are so many ingredients in diet soda that are bad for your health. And sometimes consuming diet soda and having the artificial sweetener makes us crave other sweeteners or sugar. So it can sabotage our diet by making us crave other sweet things. And when it comes to juice, juice is so full of calories for very little nutritional benefit. It's really important to not drink your calories, to really eat your calories, because when you eat, your body signals your brain that you're full and satisfied. When you drink calories in things like juice and alcohol, it doesn't signal your brain the same way to tell your body you're satisfied. So what happens when you're drinking sugary beverages or you're drinking your calories is you're still eating just as much food because those beverages aren't keeping you full. So you are consuming calories and points in beverages, but then you're also consuming the same amount as you would normally in food throughout the day. And when it comes to alcohol, alcohol is extremely calorie dense. So things like protein and carbs are 4 calories per gram. So for each gram of protein you eat, it costs you 4 calories. For each gram of fat you eat, it costs you 9 calories. For each gram of alcohol, it's 7 calories. So there are more calories in alcohol than there is in protein and carbs, which keep you full and satisfied. Also with alcohol, it turns to sugar in your body, so it essentially acts as a carbohydrate. So if you struggle with overeating your carb goal every day, consuming alcohol is going to skyrocket the amount of carbs and sugar you're having throughout the day. And lastly, and most importantly, when it comes to alcohol, is it reduces your inhibition. So you're more likely to make bad choices when you're consuming alcohol. They always say that no good time ever started with a salad, it starts with alcohol. That's because our inhibitions are lowered and we can make poor choices. Not only when it comes to food, but we can overindulge in alcohol. And let's be honest, we can even make poor life choices when alcohol is involved. So although you don't have to eliminate these things entirely, just be mindful of using your points and your calories for things that aren't keeping you full and satisfied and things that make bad decisions. Next is not having variety. So let's think back to every failed diet attempt that we've had. What is the main reason that it failed for you? Chances are it's variety. Maybe it restricted a food or a food group and you lacked variety in what you were eating. So you become bored and you then can lead to binging on the restricted food or food items. So lacking in variety is a big reason WW isn't going to work for you. You're not going to see success on the scale. From a weight loss and nutrition coach standpoint, and by having discussions with other weight loss and nutrition coaches, WW is the most well-rounded, sustainable diet out there. And the reason for that is because on WW, we can eat whatever we want to eat as long as it works into our points. We can even have what are deemed as unhealthy foods, which by the way, no food is unhealthy, bad or good. Food is food. Food is fuel. But we can have what is called or named unhealthy foods in a smaller amount and still work them into our day. So we never feel restricted on WW. We never feel unsatisfied. We never feel like we lack variety because we can eat whatever we want. You can have whatever carb you want, protein, fat. You can have it on WW, just work it into your points. So WW makes a diet easier to stick with because we don't lack variety. And if you are someone that feels like you lack variety in your WW program, you're doing something wrong. My friends, you can eat whatever you want as long as it fits within your day. So if you find yourself eating the same foods and you're bored, bring in some new foods. Do a little fun stroll through the grocery store and find some new exciting foods and things maybe that you're wanting or craving and work them into your day. Do not let variety suffer on WW because it is so open to eating anything you want. And the final reason you're not losing weight on WW is you don't have support. Now, a support system is so incredibly important. Did you ever wonder why WW has workshops? It's because it's a support system. It's a community of like-minded people that gather together every week and talk about their weight loss, their journey, their goods, their bads, their ups and their downs. It introduces the element of support into your weight loss. That is why workshops are so incredibly important and a foundation for the WW program. Now, if you are not someone that attends workshops, maybe due to budget or them not being in your area, there are so many other ways to get support. And remember, support is essential in any diet program. There are Facebook groups galore out there for support. Highly recommend you join mine. We have almost 17,000 members. It is a very positive, supportive place to be where you can come and be open and honest and seek feedback without judgment. So I highly recommend you join my Facebook group. Of course, we would love to have you. There are other communities out there. There are groups of women that get together in their towns or cities that are all on WW, and they go have lunch and they shop. And there are even walks and activities dedicated to WW members. They get together, they do a 5K. For me, there are several of us from my WW workshop that go to Jazzercise. It's another way to get support and build a community. There's YouTube, which is another wonderful place to go. We are here for your support. I'm here to be your support and to be your community. And lastly, it's important to take advantage of things like nutrition and weight loss coaching. Basically, I'm your support. I'm in your corner. I am here to help you be successful on your journey. I'm here to help you with what you struggle with and to praise you with what you are effectively doing when it comes to losing weight. So there are so many ways to get support in the WW community, and it's essential. It's essential in so many aspects of our life. It's extremely important in a weight loss journey. So remember, any diet program or healthy lifestyle program works if you consume less calories than you're burning. All of the other tips and tricks and reasons why you're not losing weight on WW are equally as important. It's important that your mind is in the right place, your body's in the right place, that you're adding variety and community to your program so that you have a well-rounded diet and you have a well-rounded healthy lifestyle. And these are things that will carry forward with you throughout the rest of your life. You're going to have small goals and large goals and milestones that you achieve throughout your healthy lifestyle journey that keep you excited and committed to the WW program. So I really hope that these tips and tricks that I shared with you today benefit you. And remember, calories in versus calories out is how you lose weight. There's no other way to see success on the scale. So thank you again for hanging out with me today. Make sure that you are subscribed and that your notification bell is turned on so you're not missing a single video. I do upload most days of the week, so you don't want to miss out. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you learned a little something, and make sure you're checking out that description box down below for my nutrition coaching website. Again, I'm here to support you. My Facebook group full of 17,000 amazing women who are also here to support you, and links and discount codes to my favorite things that help you along your WW and your healthy lifestyle journey. So definitely check out that description box down below. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me. I hope this video helped you, and let's kick some you-know-what on our Weight Watchers journey. I'll see you next time. Bye.